Assalamualaikum and greetings to everyone. Today we are delighted to dive into an interesting topic concerning the factors contributing to dropout rates in education. Our research project focused on analyzing nursery dataset to address the pressing issue of reducing dropout rates, which is crucial for attaining sustainable education goals. During a child critical developmental phase, how education plays a pivotal role in shaping lifelong habits, fostering well-being and preventing various health concerns. By identifying the root cause, our study aims to provide a valuable insights to educational policy makers, administrators, and practitioners, enabling them to implement effective interventions and strategies to mitigate dropout rates. Through the integration of health education into the nursery curriculum, educational institutions can foster active student participation, improve overall wellness, and enhance academic performance.
Next slide is the literature review. This section discusses related research areas and data mining in the field of nursery students in school. It is important to do studies and research on nursery education because it encourages collaborative decision making, fosters professional growth, tackles difficulties, enhances educational quality, and influences policy development. According to a study done by Asmita Singh, Malka and Halgamuk and Rajasekaran Lashmikatan, 2018 has used a different kind of classification techniques to evaluate the nursery schools application. In their study, they used random forest, naive-Bayes, and k-nearest neighbors algorithms to solve this classification problem. They found out that k-nearest neighbors perform very well compared to naive-Bayes and random forest by giving the result mean accuracy of 94% compared to the mean accuracy of naive-Bayes, which around 31%.
Next, I will present about methodology. We're starting from extracting data from UCI machine learning dataset from Rajkovic Vladislav in 1997 about nursery. Based on figure 1, you can see about nursery dataset. In this study, the data mining method is utilized to collect relevant knowledge from massive volumes of data, which is crucial stage in knowledge discovery from data, KDD. The process typically consists of 4 main steps, which is setting objective, data gathering, and preparation, applying data mining algorithm, and evaluating the result. The classification is performed using a rules group with 0, R, and 3 group with J48 algorithm. The author used info-gain attribute levels and correlation attribute level for association and attribute selection, and this step were used to plot the analysis and visualize the result.
Next is the dataset description. Basically, the original data consists of string value and numeric value. So, in order to enable the association analysis and others, we have transformed the data to nominal data type. And this figure here will show a dataset description for our nursery dataset. Every column of dataset describes a different variable. The first column, which is attribute, that consists 6 attributes, and the second column is description of 6 attributes. Lastly is the data type and value. Overall, it can be seen that most of the respondents rate the class as height, which is red, followed by average represented in light blue. For the second subpoint is feature selection. Using Weka, the feature selection discovers the most influential attributes using info-gain attribute evaluation and correlation-based attribute evaluation. So, for this dataset, for info-gain, the most contributing factors will be health, parents, and children. However, for the correlation evaluation, the contributing factors of dropping out children in nursery education among the ranked attributes will be health, parents, and finance. So, for the overall, it can be summarized that the most influential attribute contributing to nursery is health. That's all from me. Thank you.
Next, I will continue our presentation with specifying the selected algorithm's classification. According to Sudirman and Kelawi, 2019, there are various classification methods, which is decision tree, neural network, naive Bayes, k-nearest neighbor, random forest, ADABUS, and support vector machines. The author used specific algorithms for mining the dataset of the nursery for this study. Those are found in the Weka program. The accuracy of the classifier was assessed by using the Weka tool on a dataset containing 5,999 instances with 6 attributes. On the Weka interface, the affect the education of the students enrolled in the nursery level dataset were classified with the two sets of classification algorithms, namely Rules 0R and Trees J48, that resulted in more than 80% precision. For the classification algorithm selection, based on the findings, the accuracy of the selected classifier developed varies between 48% and 81%, which may be enhanced further by selecting relevant characteristics.
Now, I will explain about association rules. Association rules are used for data analysis to discover common if or then patterns. The appropriate algorithm is used the transactional database to mine frequent item set and create association rules. The parameter support and the confidence are used. The frequency of occurrence of item is referred to as support, while confidence is a conditional probability. We had used Weka for our data set and used the appropriate method. By using the appropriate algorithm, we want to find the association rules that have minimum support, equal, and minimum metric confidence. Based on the result, the minimum support was 0.1 with 600 instances, while the minimum metric confidence was 0.9. Meanwhile, the number of cycles performed was 18. The default setting for number of best rule for a parallelism is 10, and the results show that social construct the method with the highest number of best rules generate equal to 10. The best rule discovered was help and parents.
Next, I will present about decision tree. The author used J48 classification algorithm in order to classify and visualize the decision tree. They had highlighted that for height level 2000 represent correctly classified instance and 614 represent incorrectly classed instance. For average level, 2000 represents correctly classified instance and 474 represent incorrectly classified instance. However, 1999 represent correctly classified instance and 0 represent incorrectly classified instance for low level. Next, I will present about visualization of trend analysis. For parents and form, according to the findings, students respond to their parents and family structure influence their decision to join in nursery school. When parents are actively involved and the family structure is more complete, the class recommendation tends to have a beneficial influence, presumably indicating a more favorable educational environment for the child. Besides, for finance and health, financial standing of the family is divided by two values, which convenient and inconvenient. However, in the health condition are divided by recommended, priority not recommended. As we can see in the health attribute, which recommended and priority, it is dominant by red. Parents with a more convenient financial condition might be more likely to afford better resources, facilities, and educational opportunities, leading to higher class recommendation. However, for the children and health, for the health level, it shows children with recommended or priority health condition may be more likely to receive higher class recommendation compared to those with not recommended health condition, whereas from number 1 to 4 shows that their priority level is high. It can assume that number of children in the family may impact the available resources or the ability to provide necessary support for nursery education, which could affect the class recommendation. Not least, parent and finance. Parent debt has been set out by the nursery student where it considered as a high level. Based on the visualization and trend above, we can conclude that parental occupation can have an impact on their financial situation. Thus, parent occupation and finance can be linked, with a particular vocation being associated with more comfortable or inconvenient financial circumstances. The experimental model is mainly focused on analyzing the prediction accuracy of the effect the education of the students enrolled in the nursery using different classification algorithms, which are from rule group with a 0R and J48 algorithm. The 3J48 algorithm proved to be a better prediction model when compared with other models with 81.86% accuracy on correctly classified data using a model data compared to rule 0R with 48.54% accuracy. This analysis will help to understand the effect education of the student enrolled in the nursery. The appropriate algorithm's default setting is 10, and the results show that social cohesion dominates the majority of a best rule that will generate, which is equivalent to 10, are dominated by two dimensions, which are health and parents. The results show that the 3J48 algorithm outperforms the other classifiers based on accuracy and classify errors. Appropriate algorithm was also used to find the associate rule minus among all the attributes, and the best rule were also displayed.